from the AT. Dogtag here, March 25th. Got 2 days. Oh, let's see. What's today? Tuesday. I got today and tomorrow to get into Hot Springs. So I got to move today and get some mileage. Yesterday's good turn put me behind a few miles. So I need to try and make up some miles. And all's good. So beautiful day, no rain. Sun is up, as you can see in my face, and Dogtag's ready to put some miles behind him and head towards Hot Springs. So got to get there so I can get my infusion on Thursday. We'll talk to you all later, and I'll share the trail with you as I go. Love you all, and be safe, and see you later, alligators. Well, Dogtag here. It's always nice when you get to the top of your first climb of the day. This is the trail that goes to Cherry Creek Trail. That's Cherry Creek Trail. The other direction is down to the Max Patch parking lot where I can get some water and then start climbing. Oops, I'm sorry, the sun right in your face. Then I can head up to Max Patch. They say it's a beautiful view up there. So that's where I was trying to get yesterday, beyond Max Patch. But like I said, got slowed down a little bit, but I think I'm making up pretty good time this morning. Took me less than an hour to get here, and the total elevation climb from where I started late last night to here was over 1,000 feet, so it was a pretty good climb. So we're gonna go down a little bit, and then we're gonna head back up. But I'm gonna get some water and a snack when I get to Matchpacks Road. There's a river down there, so I will see you then. Bye. Well, made it to the Max Patch trailhead, the road. So off to Max Patch now. So I think there's water down below. I'm gonna grab some water and then head uphill for the next about mile. All right, we'll see y'all later. Well, I've cameled up and filled up my water bottles, and now I'm headed to Max Patch. It's a uphill slog, but they say it's a really nice view when you get there. So one more step closer to Maine. So headed up here to Max Patch, getting there, but needed to stop and do a little video. What a beautiful view. Imagine. Here I go. Stairway to heaven. Isn't that beautiful? Well, Dogtag up here on Max Patch, and and definitely it's the top 3 that I've had on the AT. A little windy today, but I don't know if you can hear my voice over the wind, but yeah, and just an incredible view. I'm glad I didn't hit it yesterday when it was raining and there was clouds everywhere, but definitely counts as one of the top 3 views that I've had so far on the trail. And don't miss it. It's actually there's a parking area that if you wanted to do a little short hike, well worth the hike to come up here and just get the views. And, really beautiful. Alright, Dogtag can't stay because he's got places to be. You all have a good one, and thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy it. I'll try and put some music in the background. Well, Dogtag up here on the top of Max Patch, and I just wanted you this view because I feel like I'm in the heavens, and I'll send you some views, and just a beautiful place to be. Well, Dogtag moving on and making pretty good time. This section of the trail is by far some of the best that I've walked on. A little bit of mud from the rain the other day, but other than that, it's been beautiful. Come across this nice little stream. Unfortunately, I watered up before I went over Max Patch, and I really don't need any more water. So I'm going to flip it around and you can watch me maneuver across this stream and make sure I don't fall. But I'm going to keep moving. I got a lot of miles that I still want to cover. All right, be safe. Okay, Dogtag here on the AT, and for those of you who still doubt whether I'm running into other hikers, I do run into hikers. I met these 2 nice ladies. They were headed to the top of Max Patch, and of course they turned around and came back and they passed me. So we got to stand in here talking, and come to find out, one of the young ladies lost a nephew in the law enforcement side to suicide. So she's going to give me the information. Dogtag's going to get his tag, and we're going to add it to my collection on the back. But we just wanted to do a video. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Joy, Pennsylvania.
And
from Waynesville, North Carolina.
They're actually California girls,
yes,
though.
we are.
They originally were both from California, and that's what was, I guess we started talking about it because they found out I was from California, and then they told me they were from California. So long story short, we just sat here on the trail and had a nice long conversation, and so now they know about my cause, and I've got another tag to make for my collection. So another name going to Maine. Yeah. So Dogtag out. You know, this section that I've had has had several of these bridges, and I just thought I should videotape at least one of them. I would bet that they're pretty old. They sure look like they've been here a while. So they go over these nice creeks. But this section from Max Patch down here to Lemon Gap has been some of the best hiking that I've had on the trail in a long time. So checking out. Well, Dogtag made it to Lemon Gap. Lemon Gap Road, I guess. So there's a road that goes in, and there's where the trail goes out. So continuing up. Good morning from the AT. Well, kind of the AT. I'm at Hot Springs in North Carolina. Kind of bounced back from November when I came here with Mighty Blue and a few other pass-through hikers and perspective through hikers, where we did some town magic here in Hot Springs. And you know, here it is, March 26th, and the work from Helene continues. I mean, everywhere you look, you know, on the other side of that trailer there, let me see if I can move around better. They've constructed a building where they have been building all of these little shelters, the little buildings out here in the resort area. They've been building these buildings, and the gentleman yesterday told me that that they've been switching out Amish groups that come in here and do work. And I mean, if you look back off into the woods over there, you can see where a lot of the damage from the river is still being cleaned up in this area. And I'm getting ready to walk into town. I'll show some more video when I get there of some of the areas that we worked when we were here in November. But those of you that think Helene has gone away, her presence is still in this area, and it's incredible. But Hot Springs took a big hit, and those of us that are through hiking, we come right through Hot Springs. And you know, I stayed here in a it's a resort kind of thing, and at one time they had all of these nice RV parking here so that people could park and stay in these little shelters. They're trying to rebuild it, and commending them for doing that. And like I said, when I get into town, well, I'm in town, but when I walk into town, I'm going to go to the diner that I ate at when I was here in November, and just kind of revisit some of the areas that we walked back in November. Maybe I'll show some pictures from then and now if I pull them up, and I'll add them to the video if I can. All right, so Dogtag's hungry. He's going to go get a meal at the diner, and we'll talk to you all later. Later, alligators. Just wanted to stop here and show you where the river came through this area, and where I'm standing here probably would have been underwater during the Helene flood. And just incredible how it just tore through this town and destroyed everything. But I guess they're working on clearing a lot of the debris out of the river. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing under the river, under the bridge over there, but when I come back and finish hiking this section, this is where I'll kind of end up, is back here at Hot Springs when I come from down north. So we'll see. All right, on to breakfast. So I gotta walk across the street there. There's the sign for the campground, and the campground is where I stayed back there. So I'm gonna go figure out where to pay my $15. We'll see. Well, this is the infamous Hot Springs resort. Paid my $15 to camp across the street. And interesting history here that that it was in this area where during the Civil War, one of the first Union formed regiments occurred here. And then they fought brothers in arms of the Confederate. Just a interesting, Civil War was an interesting battle. You know, the word civil being, for me, being, you know, family. And unfortunately, A lot of brothers fought brothers in this battle. And it was here where they formed a Union regiment to fight the Confederates in their own home. And it says on the little note there that the reason they formed was because the Confederates were killing people who had harbored Northerners, people that were supporting the North. And so a bunch of Confederates left the Army and joined the Union. And just an interesting story. If you don't know your history, learn your history. There's more to that war than freeing slaves. There was a lot more to that war. So take the time to learn your history, people. I don't know if anybody would recognize, but I got a video of this all being washed out and torn up. We helped tear apart the concrete to redo this section here. So really interesting. And the tavern that's across the street we worked at, still boarded up. Unfortunately, they're still working in there to get it. Behind this building here was the Spring Creek Hotel, and we helped tear apart part of that building back there. They had planned to refurbish it, and but I see now that probably about 80% of that building's been torn down and they're restarting it. So the town's still rebuilding, and the only way it's going to get better is people to visit Hot Springs. Through hikers cater to these businesses in town. All right, moving on to the diner.